Hey people, what's going on? Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. And today I'll be reviewing a new fragrance. It's Initial Impression from House of Paco Rabanne. As you can see from the title, it's gonna be one of the Invictuses, the new releases of 2024 called Parfum. Okay, I recently got this. Few things out of the way. I live in Bangladesh. Okay, I'm from Bangladesh. I live in Bangladesh. Bangladesh is in Asia, and this country is kind of like where we get everything late. Okay, we are not a developed country, we are developing nation, you can say, but still not much of development. But I would tell you one thing: we get everything late technology wise. Anything that is technology, like in USA right now, we'll get it like after 2 years. Like if you have a latest TV plasma, whatever the latest one, we'll get that bit late. If there's a new fragrance release, we'll get maybe a little bit late, but sometimes we get lucky that we get it from the Dubai or USA, someone brings it instantly, then we can get it. But this is a release of few months back. It already has been really reviewed in community, so most of you know it. But when I get fragrances, I review it. Okay, so this is one. Second thing is, few lines of fragrances are my go-to line. These are very close to me. Like, I know they're expensive, I know they are hated, I know they are not as popular, but I like to review Jean Paul Gaultier, Lamal line, and then Lebeau, and then this one is Invictus. So Paco Rabanne 1 million. I try to cover everything. 1 million, I have two left to cover. I couldn't find them, but Invictus, I believe I reviewed everything so far until now. If I miss one or two, I do not know. So those things. Okay. So Invictus, I have now maybe the small miniature of Invictus Intense. This is going to be a long video. Bear with me. I do have the new 2024 Invictus Aqua. My most favorite from the line is Victory Elixir. I used to have Victory. I sold that off. I have the original Invictus, which is the OG. You can see, man, like, if you have few, you know the love. And this is discontinued. I have few sprays left on Legend. Apart from this, I had Invictus as the Aqua 2016, 2018, and I did Onyx and then Silver Cup edition, and there are few more. So yeah, safe to say I know this line, and definitely I have something favorable for this line, which is why I get them. So I'll tell you the story after a while, but let's start the review. This is the box, 200 ml. I always buy 200 ml if I like something. I blind bought this, and I saw the posted photos and videos. I knew I have to get the big bottle. So this is a 200 ml. It says Pafa here. Okay, I don't know if the concentration is Perfume or Parfum. What does it say? Usually, sometimes it says Parfum, but it's EDP. It doesn't say anyway because I cannot read with my glasses on. This is a natural spray. I don't know. Maybe it's Parfum. Okay, so I'm assuming if you guys know, better post it. Okay, so this is the box. The bottle, big change in the bottle design. Okay, hopefully they're huge bottles. Okay, so the size is almost identical. You can see this is the older style bottles. This is my favorite Victory Elixir, and this is the Parfum. The Parfum bottle is more like how Jean Paul Gaultier Lamal bottles change from a Lamal Essence to Parfum, and from Essence to Parfum they change to Elixir, Le Beau. So those are more like a masculine and more modern. You can see the bottle design is definitely different, and it does look a beautiful trophy, maybe FIFA World Cup, whatever you can imagine. Gold blue combination. This is a little bit slide fade, and this has the typical base of Invictus. They have put R, I think PR of Paco Rabanne, and it says Invictus here. So very beautiful presentation, and it has atomizer built in. Good distribution. Okay, so wearing the fragrance there, let's spray some here. You see that you have to love a fragrance to spray that much. Okay, so the notes I looked at once vividly, I remember this as C notes, the musk, the maybe watery oceanic notes. I think there was a salty accord, and then they added a soap accord. And I was like, soap is usually like connected towards Prada House because they make soapy fragrances. So did they make like a fresh out of the laundry or that kind of a bar of soap smell? I had some expectations, but when I tested it, when I bought this after I sprayed it, then I know exactly what it smells like. So forget about the notes breakdown. Oh, sorry, by the way, time it's approaching towards 4 a.m. 3:30, yeah, around 3:30, 3:35. So this fragrance is powerful. Let it settle down on my skin properly. Okay, it's there already. but my history with Invictus, I am very close to Invictus. When I bought, I don't know where, let me get one bottle. I want to get one bottle, and I keep this bottle as a memento. I don't know, not memento. This is like a memory, or like a piece of memory from 2015 or 16. I think 16 maybe, or 15. Yeah, 15. I bought this. This is my first batch of Invictus. I bought when I had my journey started. I used to buy sometimes small bottles, Dior Intense, this one, Declaration Don't Soir, because in Malaysia, fragrances were and are still expensive. 15, 16, when I started collecting, I used to buy at retail mostly. So this one I saw in one of the shopping malls. I love the way this smells, but I did not have enough money to buy a 100 ml. So I got this. I took this bottle everywhere in Malaysia, whenever I went for Penang, Johor Bahru, Ipoh, Malacca, whenever I went to play or to take a tour, Cameron Highlands, Langkawi. This was with me, trusted buddy. Now, this much juice left, but these are all gone. Like top notes are gone. So I loved it because it was sweet, it was tropical, it had this bay leaf, it had coumarin. So I saw a review of Steven Redolessence, and I loved when I smelled Invictus. Invictus, Daniel Saikon, and CK Reveal. These three were my first love, believe it or not, when I started my journey. So Invictus is very close to me. I got a lot of compliments. I have seen people, had seen people from Bangladesh. They used to travel to Malaysia and stayed there, took this only one bottle, and they wore it everywhere. Boardroom meeting, tours, if they have to go for outing, because this fragrance truly lasts. I had platinum, that cup edition, silver cup edition, which was like all metal, and that one was beastly. But Invictus never disappoints in performance, right? A little bit synthetic bubblegummy sweetness. People say this is a fresh take on 1 million. So after 7 minutes of history, let's hit this one. How is this one? This fragrance is performance, very strong performer. Okay, this thing, you have to remember one thing of any fragrance which is brand new. Sometimes people buy fragrance and they instantly are disappointed because they cannot smell it after 1 hour. They think it's weak juice. Yes, sometimes it turns out to be weak, but you also get nose fatigue. One thing. Second thing is a juice needs to get a little bit macerated, for a few months. And this is not true for every juice, but as it gets older, as it gets more mature, it gets more deeper and more longer lasting and more sophisticated. I have seen it happening with many fragrances. I think this is the case with this. Even the same one, Invictus Aqua 2024. I felt at first it was not as strong as the 2016, but I decided maybe I was going to sell it, by the way, but I was like, okay, if I have it still, I'll test it. Maybe after 2, 3 months, I'll get a full picture. So this one, I have gotten first day. When I wore this, I dropped my phone, from the shop I came out, I dropped my phone out of excitement, and the display of my phone was gone. And I had to go and fix my phone. It was expensive. And then the shopkeeper, and then my friend who took me there, both said, what are you wearing? Because in my head, I am so tense because this is my phone, this is my work, this is my life. And then my phone, I was worried. I keep looking at like, how long is it going to take? And then the guy went like leaning like over the phone, and the guy was like very close to me. So the shopping mall had AC, like central AC, that was blowing from top. And then it was spreading, I sprayed some on my hair as well. So I think I had like 7, 8 sprays. I usually do that with this. Both of them said, what you're wearing, it's just the perfume is so nice and it's projecting something new or what. My friend said, definitely I smelled this kind of DNA before, but I do not know which one. It's kind of confusing. What is this? Then I said, this is Invictus. And he said, which one? He thought it's Legend. So definitely first thing you smell is something similar to Legend, which has some blue notes. It's very strong. Also, you smell the original Invictus Aqua a little bit in this. So this is like they borrow few elements from each, and then they make it like maybe there's a tonka or something used in it, or maybe ISO is super. It smells nice. I never got the idea of what the soap, where was the soap. This is not a soapy concept. Okay, to be honest, with all due respect, if you want to get soapy, get into Prada Luna Rosa line, Prada Lum, Prada Amber. Those are soapy. This is not soapy, but this has that fresh marine accord, fresh blue, maybe some citruses. It smells so nice. It smells so sweet. It's like a mild, partial fresh, partial sweet, very strong. Okay, so I will give this time more and more. I think in winter this is gonna be fantastic. Performance-wise, most people wrote like Jean-Paul Gaultier, Le Beau, Paradise Garden, Le Beau Le Parfum. This one performs a lot. So another fragrance not many people mention, I think I got similar vibe from, is Bad Boy Cobalt. Okay, these two have something similar. This is also sweet, fresh, and blue. This is I think same price range as this, maybe this bit more pricey. So if you liked the stuff that I showed you, all those sorry, all the fragrance I compared this to, if you like that and if you like the bottle, you should try this. Obviously, this is not going to work for everybody because many people do not like. Let me tell you the cons of this fragrance. If I have to criticize this, personally, I will not criticize because I love everything about Invictus. I'm blind, but I understand not everybody has that blind faith or blind love. They are not loyal to this line. They hate Paco Rabanne with their life. I know some of you watching will be like, now he's talking. Let's hear what kind of bashing this one gets. Okay, bashing wise, people hate Paco Rabanne because of few things. Extreme sweet mess. Sometimes people say, if a guy like Mark Robeswaite reviewed this, I rather not wish that massacre. Okay, because guys like who have proper nose have graduated already with a PhD with fragrances after 1 decade, 2 decades, whatever. To them, this is not going to be anything but a synthetic sweet mess. And if you're already into niche game, this is not for you. Second reason people hate it, because that name Paco Rabanne, one thing. Second thing is the trophy like bottles. People hate these bottles. Okay, I love them. People hate them. Even 1 million, or Scandal. People say that's too much bling bling and that's too much like juvenile. That's the word Steven would use. So yeah, second thing. Third thing I would say, these fragrances are very loud and annoying. Okay, how to say? Like if you're wearing this in an office, if among like CEOs, let's say Bill Gates, someone just appeared, okay, or someone, Mark Zuckerberg, maybe he is okay with this, cool. But if it's a Tesla meeting or something like serious meeting and you're wearing this, you'll be kicked out from your job, okay, because it's too sweet, too playful, and very youthful. So this is kind of like 20 to 30. They are going to enjoy this the most. And people who are happy soul like me, got gray beard, old, but still has a juvenile dude somewhere inside. This is for them. So love or hate kind of fragrance DNA, but love it or not, this one will perform. This one is going to get complimented instead of a lot of their complex niche fragrance out there. Most people, I'll tell you, and I finished the review, most people out there who do not research on fragrance notes, or they care for the niche or designer or whatever price you paid, most people out there, ladies, men, they love this kind of fragrances in real life. They smell it, oh, you smell nice, you smell sweet, you smell fresh, and it's projecting and it's pleasant. That's all they care for. 85 to 95% people. The 5% people out there who are like, oh, are you like, they're going to put their hand like this. Are you wearing a designer synthetic fragrance? Oh, Paco Rabanne. Oh, they give you side eye and stuff. Those are the people this is not for, and these are the people that are going to hate this. Okay, I know. I met someone, he said, I am already into niche game. He's a nice guy. He said, I don't like this DNA Invictus because I used to use it back then, but to me this thing doesn't appeal. So keep these things in mind, positives and negatives, and trust your nose. Go to the shopping mall. If you still have a thing for it, test it. If you like it, buy it. Otherwise, avoid it. Okay, so overall, my liking, the bottle, I give it 10, man. Since I have been fan of old OG Paco Rabanne. For me, this bottle is so beautiful. This is like a new Terminator, right? I give 10 to the bottle design. The other thing, I would say the performance, I think it's 9 out of 10. Maybe in winter, if it gets stronger, I would say 9 and 9.5. Projection is very solid. It will project for 2.5 hours or more. So versatility, maybe it's better to wear it in the transition time, fall and winter, and summer when it's raining. When it's high heat, maybe it will be too sweet, right? So overall, initial impression, I give this fragrance a 9 out of 10 for my self. I love this. Is it my most favorite? No, most favorite is this one still. Okay, Invictus Elixir Victory. This thing is so good. This is like my type of sweetness. Check out that review. But check out this fragrance. New one, Invictus Parfum, is quite nice, especially if you like strong performance. Thanks so much for watching. Let's do one more and then we'll upload it. Take care.